Loving these purple flowers out here. They'll be gone soon, but they're really pretty right now. I'm not decided yet what I want to do with these little rocks from last year, but I need to get them out of here because there is some ground cover that's starting to come up over here, and I think that there should be some also underneath the stone. So I want to get those up. So I'm just going to get them out of this area. All right, so I got all of these. Essentially, they just went on the other side of this tree limb, which, seems like a little ridiculous, but this is part of the walkway over here. And down here, you see this is some of the ground cover. And I was afraid that those stones were blocking it. And this whole area, eventually, if you recall from last year, I want to get as much of this ground cover as I can, because it's kind of an untapped area. But now I got to figure out what to do with all these stones. So there's also a few more slabs here that I want to add to the back, and a few here. Here we had this lovely stop sign. This was so that the snow plows wouldn't they wouldn't go in here and dig underneath our fine new path. This is an area that I've been kind of thinking about. I don't really know what I want to do with yet. If you have any ideas, let me know. I may plant some things, maybe some Zen related stuff, although it's outside of the garden, so I'm not totally sure on that. What I did was, so I extended the path. Okay, so now it comes up to about here. So what I'm thinking of is maybe using these stones and going along here where this big log is, because I can move those stones around. I mean, I can move the log too, but the log is very it's long. And I don't know, I'm just gonna try something a little different. Maybe we'll try to put the stones in its place and see how that looks. Maybe it'd be a little more welcoming to this area, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. See what I mean? This is the ground cover underneath here. And it, kind of goes beyond where the old log was. So, we'll continue doing this. So since I've got so many rocks, I think I'm going to put some more on this side. And, we'll see how that looks. It's all trial and error, folks. It's all trial and error. Let's take a look at what I did here. I think it looks kind of good. So, got stones on both sides, kind of outlining this path, and it adds to the stone feature that has been developed here now. And the beauty of it is that I can buy more of these little gray stones if I so choose to outline this path even more. I'm not quite sure how it's going to look once things start growing around it. That'll be an interesting test. But for now, I kind of like it. It is another beautiful day in Palangeau Park. So I thought, okay, you know, after the stuff I did yesterday, which was putting all the stones out, today I need to get rid of some of the growth that's occurring that I don't want to occur. Well, I can't control it from that, but I'm talking about, well, these little sticks of things that are, they take over if you don't get rid of them. It is excess growth that becomes, buckthorn and all those other things. And so, oh, I just was startled by a bird. Um, and so I think I need to get rid of a little bit of that. It's kind of all over though. That's the only issue. And I got to tell you, it's the work I've been doing out here. It does. I do end up having to sit for a while because my back hurts at the end of each of these sessions. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes today. Let's check out this guy here. All right. So okay, so this is what I'm talking about here. But these things are all over, and I don't think I could just do this constantly. So sometimes that's why I got to get my trimmers to just try to trim this stuff, because there's just too much to have to try to dig out, and the roots are not very easy to dig out. These over here are especially hard because they're associated with this tree stump, and unless we get the tree stump pulled out, it's really hard to get the roots of these other things out. Yeah, see, all right, there. So I'll try to get a few more of these out. I just want to clean up this area here, because you could see there's daylilies and tulips popping up, several other things that I don't want this excess stuff to be taking over. So I've got a stubborn root here that is underneath this lamppost, which I had to kind of knock over. I've been working on this damn thing for 20 minutes. Yeah. Let's see. This is deep in there. Here. There we go. Here's something else here. What the hell is this? And the birds, they're not happy that I'm working over here. See, they're making all this noise. And the reason they're not happy is because, well, they already ate all their food for the day. I go out here once a day, and I fill the thing up. Within a couple hours, it's gone. They leave all these seeds all over. See, these guys up here, I think they want more food. They think because I'm here, I'm going to give them more food. So no, once a day, you get the call. Once a day, I say, soup's on. We've already passed that point in the day. But this is the area down here that I really want to clean up because there's some great flowers that will eventually pop up, but not if all this other stuff takes over. Look at the birds. Look at the birds. See? This guy, he just keeps making so much noise. I did get quite a bit of it pulled up, which is great because you can see some of the growth that is underneath. And some of it I stepped on, but some of it, look at this, you can see like the beginnings of some hostas, and a little more over here. This guy, I think I planted him last year. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Luna. Hey, Luna. The people love Wrigley. I think the people would love Luna too.
They would. They do.
Hey, Luna. Luna. Luna.
She does have a big following. Yeah.
We're going to cut over here, see what's going on. Look at all this stuff here. And were those boulders always there?
They were always on the side of the old barn.
Wow.
And they had the crane move those and he was keeping those.
Now, did you notice, like after they cut it down, did you notice any like animals coming out or anything other than the groundhog that Matt had in his?
No, I haven't noticed that. No.
Matt had a groundhog on his back deck.
Have we ever had a groundhog?
I don't know. I've never seen
groundhog.
one. I don't know. I guess. Huh.
I have a feeling they'll hopefully aerate this and clean this all up because over the years this has just become a cesspool with because it had no aeration. But they had built that arbor when their son got married.
Yeah. That's the one who lives there now, right? Yeah. I was going to ask either you or Mike, but like, see, whenever like Matt has, he'll do like a bonfire. I always pull a whole bunch of branches and I, bring them over there. But I kind of like stop there. I don't know, like, this is still yours, isn't it?
Yep.
I didn't want to like just assume that you want.
We don't care if it's 6 feet. Our lot is 5 feet. It goes all the way back.
Last year when they were cutting all of this stuff, when they were cutting all of it, they kind of stopped where they thought it like ended, but I think they looked it up. See, there's a ribbon on that one tree. It does, yeah. But
like to these big trees here, is that what you're thinking is the line?
Well, I think that what we figured out, because we actually looked at and I think it's kind of like they actually tore probably more trees down than they needed to, or not trees, but brush. So I think we go a little bit into where all these leaves are just beyond the trees.
This, when the kids were younger, we had
I think you had a bonfire, I remember.
Yeah, we had well, our fire pit's there now, but when they were younger, we had a garden back there.
So I wonder if they're gonna like redo the fence, or did you guys put the fence in?
This farm fence has been here since we bought the lot.
Oh, so it's
kind of a line on the property.
And I wonder, because I think they're going to have an exit somewhere up there, so that then they could share and go into this space, like Graham's son, Graham couple, you know what I mean? And then, I don't know. But man, just in the last week, the stuff that's grown, man, look at these daylilies over here. Wow. And got more over here. And the tulips are still coming up, looking good. More daylilies over there. Daffodils. Daffodils are like almost done. But yeah, there's a lot coming up. Primrose. This is the beginnings of primrose down here. Over here, we've got some hyacinth. Very pretty. Not bad for early April.